Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. And today we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to give you guys sort of my thoughts and opinion on Jason Christie's Bassmasters Classic win this weekend. Have a little discussion on that. Real quick, just before we get started in the video, just wanted to give you guys a weekly reminder. If you guys haven't had a chance, go by and check out fishthemoment.com on our lake map breakdown section. We got myself, Johnny, Matt, Stefan. We got all of our spring lake map breakdowns out. Actually, breakdowns for all over every season of the year. Personal breakdowns. It's a great way to learn more about the lake you fish a lot, or if you don't know much about a lake, it's not a better resource to learn more about it than to get one of our lake map breakdowns. So much appreciated there. Okay, Jason Christie, 2022 Bassmasters Classic winner. Here's what sort of my thoughts on this. I fished around Jason for quite a few years on the FLW Tour, Bassmasters, and even before he got started, back right after he was still a basketball coach in Oklahoma, and he was fishing a lot of the team tournaments down at Grand Lake. I did too, so I fished around him a lot of years, but I've never got to know Jason very well. Just one of those deals our paths hasn't crossed. But I'll come right out and say it with it. I am just tickled to death for Jason Christie to win this Bassmasters Classic, and the reason I'm saying that is a couple different reasons. The Bassmaster Classic is really special to me, and it's almost like I want to see somebody win the Bassmasters Classic that has paid their dues and deserves to win that tournament. I'm not taking anything away from the guys that haven't been fishing very long and won the Classic, but in my opinion, the Classic, and for the tradition and notoriety and all of the lifetime benefits that come with that, winning that tournament, I really like to see somebody that has been in the trenches and paid their dues win the tournament, and that's Jason Christie right there. Jason has come close before. He's had victory taken away from him a couple times in the Classic. He's one of the top all-time bass anglers ever in this country, and he has excelled at every level he's been on. Bassmaster Elites, Bassmaster Opens, FLW Tour. He was a gun on all the local and regional stuff. Jason Christie, the reason that this is such a deserving win for him in this Classic is that there's a handful of guys out there that are simply on a different level in the sport. Nobody can compare with them. I'm talking about guys like Van Dam back when he was at the top of his game, Clun when he was at the top of his game, Jordan Lees, Jacob Wheelers of today. There's a handful of guys out there that are simply, and Brian Thrift, Andy Morgan, the list goes on. But there's a segment of the bass fishing population, it's sort of that 3% of the population that they're simply just they're on the next level, and that is Jason Christie. Jason Christie is not your normal professional bass angler. He is at the top of the crop. He's at the cream of the crop, and for somebody like Jason, that he can there's not a single circuit that he hasn't excelled on or won on. He just he's better than most anyone out there, and I just really like to see people win the Bassmasters Classic that are like that deserve it. Jason Christie deserves to win the Bassmaster Classic. It was just a matter of time before he did, and it's really satisfying to see somebody like that win the tournament that really has showed themselves to be at that level of a tournament competitor. But man, it's just like I said, it's a dream come true for anybody. When you win the Bassmasters Classic, it basically sets you for life. That one particular tournament, there are so many perks that come with winning the Classic that stay with you your entire career, that it pretty much sets you. it really does. It sets you in the history books of the sport. There's a lot of exemptions that go with that. There's a lot of stuff that comes with the Classic that nobody else will ever have. One of the things I will say about the Bassmasters Classic is, I want to sort of, if there's any downside to it, it's like you can have some anglers out there that have had unbelievably exemplary careers and have never won the Bassmasters Classic. Guys like Gary Klein, Roland Martin, Aaron Martins, that type of stuff. Guys that are deserving to win the Classic that never had. So from that standpoint, I just wish all these guys that have really performed at the top level had a chance to win that tournament. It's exciting, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's intoxicating when you get to that point over there. I mean, I was at the 1998 Bassmasters Classic that Denny Breyer won. You know, I was leading the tournament, leading the Classic right up until the point where Denny weighed in, finished third in that tournament. So it's, when you get to that point, there's an element of surrealism that goes with being in position to win the Classic or to win the Classic, and I wish everybody could experience that to some level. But anyway, congratulations to Jason Christie. Well-deserved win. You know, just one of the greatest fishermen ever to pick up a rod in the sport. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wins several more before he hangs it up. So anyway, just quick video. We'll talk to you guys later.